rhyme to delight next to our tree that shines so bright in the night. A Grinchmas treat is in store for you with your story time host, Miss Cindy Lou Who.
Hello, my Who friends, the big and the small. I'm Cindy Lou Who, only 5 feet tall. Today, I'm going to read a story that's quite known to you about a guy whose heart never quite grew. So come, sit very close. I know we'll all have fun. Does anyone know the name of the mean old one? I bet you do. This one's a cinch. He's mean, he's green, and we call him the Grinch. This is my favorite book that I like to read to my class at school. It's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be that his head wasn't screwed on just right. Or it could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. I know, for he and every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers, nervously drumming.
I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming.
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat. Then he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and chuckled.
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
Grinch looked around, but since reindeer were scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
And he called his dog Max.
Max!
And he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Good," and the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. Me, 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 me. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn and plums. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash, and that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
And now,
Grinning the Grinch,
I will stuff up the tree.
and he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 15:15 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his sled. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
Pooh, pooh to the Who's, he was graciously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then all the Who's in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo. That's noise,
Grinning the Grinch,
that I simply must hear.
so he paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. Do you hear it? And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded glad. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came, somehow or other. It came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a story. Maybe Christmas,
perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, here in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. Hooray! Then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. With a smile in his soul, he descended Mount Crumpet, cheerily blowing hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo on his trumpet. He rode into Whoville and brought back the toys. He brought back the flute to all the Who girls and boys. He brought everything back and all the food for the feast. And the Grinch, he himself carved the Who roast feast. Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer. Cheer to all who's far and near. Christmas Day is in our grasp, so long as we have hands to clasp. Christmas Day will always be, just as long as we have we. Welcome Christmas, while we stand, heart to heart and hand to hand. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. The end. To the tall and the small, happy relation to us all. And I'd like to meet all of you. So meet me over here, we'll take a picture or two.